What's going on? Welcome to Asian Cosell. So I have another one. Yeah, Mick talks hoops. And of course, we're going to see new footage shows a major problem with the fever in 2025. And we're like, what's going on in Indiana? And of course, in about maybe less than a couple hours, the Fever's going to play Atlanta. So let's get right into it with Mick. Talk.
Today we're going to be talking about Caitlin Clark and this thing that I've only seen now, and it was during the timeout, by the way. It was during the timeout where they went from down 15 and went on a 13-3 run. So right out of this, the Indiana Fever went on a 13-3 run. Most of that was with KK and Dantas on the floor. Most of that was with the two of them. And in this video, we're going to be talking a little bit about just something that clearly the trajectory of the game. And you can see the frustration. So obviously we've seen Caitlin Clark, we're playing off the ball and going like, I need to be a better screener.
Some pressure off you with Harry kind of running point and some actions and playing off the ball. Just how do you think that will help when you reintegrate onto the court?
Yeah, I mean, it'll be nice probably not to have to bring the ball up against pressure 94 feet. But like I said, like that's what I'm best at. So we're still going to do a lot of that. It's, I think finding a balance and finding the ways is to give the defense different looks and, you know, me becoming a better screener and
me becoming a better screener. Not only that, if you guys didn't see, at the end of the game, Steph, the team, it was just like they didn't. Let's be real, she's not wrong. The team showed absolutely no fight whatsoever. However, she was talking right before leading the team on a huge run.
And there she goes. Yep, let's get some emotion. And yeah, I mean, we lost 2 games to the expansion Golden State Valkyries. We're at least supposed to take at least 1 or maybe 2, but the Valkyries, man, give them hands up. They're balling. And again, what time? Because this game was at 11 o'clock Eastern, and Valkyries is playing what? Yeah, their usual time is not like 9 or 8. So yeah. And Caitlin Clark's like, let's get some emotion here.
Show some emotion. The team was dead. The team was dead. They went down 15. That's one thing. So you see this game right here. The Mystics were so the Fever start 1-8. So they were 8-6 in their last 4. Or not, sorry, 14 lost. They were 5. They lost this game in the fourth quarter from the Fever to 13. If you guys did not see this game, they were down big, and with 4 minutes to have a 94% chance of winning. And this is what I mean when it's like this team feeds off of energy. There's 4 minutes to go, and Caitlin Clark wills this team back in.
Yeah.
And not all through her scoring, through her passing. Everything. And all of a sudden, they go back to 3 seconds to go after Caitlin makes 2 free throws. She willed them. This team had grit. That is what they did last year. Fever versus Mercury. 2020. Indiana Fever in the third quarter were down 15 points. They were down 15 points with 7:53 to go in the third quarter. Caitlin Clark makes a less 2-point off a Clark assist. Kelsey Mitchell makes a shot. Clark assist. Caitlin Clark makes a 3. Beck Allen makes a layup. Christy Wallace makes a layup. Clark assists. Kelsey Mitchell makes a shot. Caitlin Clark hockey assist. Kelsey Mitchell makes a 3. Clark assist. Nalissa Smith makes a 3. Clark. They go from being down 15 with 8 minutes to go in the quarter to up 10. That is all killing them. She pushes. Kelsey ran with her. Temi ran with her. To her defense, Nalissa Smith ran with her at least.
And, you know, I'm kind of curious because, again, the game's about to go off in 90 minutes. What kind of lineup does Stephanie White put out there? Does Clark play forward again and Ari McDonald starts? Because I don't even know. We don't know till maybe 30 minutes before what lineup she's going to put out there. I'm just wondering what's going to happen today. So let's see.
Nalissa Smith around her. Now this team goes down and it's head down. No emotion. We don't care. We've accepted we've lost. They just accept they lose games right now. I'm sorry, Christy Sides could not come to basketball, but at least she was there. She was good for vibes. Why is Caitlin Clark promotion? They're zombies. They play with no intensity. They're the world of the wnba. They blow constant leads. Half the time they get back into games, they just screw it up. Yeah, they've tried harder against the Aces because they needed to beat the Aces because it was a big game and no one gave them a chance. They don't in this timeout. Why does it have to be Caitlin? And why is it acceptable that this team play? I say this. Caitlin, 13-3 run. Caitlin Clark scores a 3 to start the run. Then they make the sub with Dantas and KK. And Caitlin either scores or assists on every Caitlin scored or basket to make it a 5-point game. 13-3 scores or assists every basket. Or maybe there might have been one in there. I meant in the half. I meant she didn't get a catch and shoot off the half court. Definitely misspoke, and I apologize. And I'm a lot of time off the top of my head. So there are times where I have something slightly wrong.
Human, Mick, so it's okay. And yeah, this is gonna be crazy here. We should not be under 500 now. We should at least be 5 games over 500. we're barely it's like last year, but it's like worse than last year. And now we're sitting here talking about, like, you know, Christy Sides, you know, she was there at least. And, you know, we were going into the season like, okay, Stephanie White, you know, she's, you know, a champion. She's good in putting teams together. And, you know, at Connecticut, had a successful season. And now we're dealing with this crap. We're dealing with this. We're like, what the hell is going on?
But at the end of the day, when it comes to this, the Fever showed emotion last year. They showed emotion last year. And we're a year off Caitlin Clark willing a team back into a game. And by the way, you know that game that we saw that Caitlin Clark scored or assisted on every single basket from down 15 to up 10 in 6 minutes? All bar two. And one of those two was a hockey assist. Caitlin Clark had 15 points in that game. She went 4 for 15 from the field. She had 15 points. But she still willed them to a win. And that's just not happening anymore because Caitlin Clark's not allowed to will this team to wins. Unless she's hitting her shots, she is not allowed to will the team to wins. And even when she is hitting her shots, and in the post-game press conference, her coach makes sure to put her down a few pegs. That's like, oh, we need to reintroduce her to Dante. She needs to pass the ball more. No, Caitlin Clark had 32 points through 3 quarters. Don't pass the ball more. But yeah, it's a fight, and they've given up on a lot of games. Like, I'm shocked they didn't give up on the Commissioner's Cup when they went down. When they went on an 18-0 run. But they give up on. You're wondering how this team is going to score. And last year, last year, no matter what, get it down to 7 points going to 4th, and they're just going to outrun the team.
We're going to find out what's going to happen in today's game, because is it going to be the same old Fever team that lost to the Valkyries twice? Or is this going to be the Fever team that beat the New York Liberty, the Minnesota Lynx for the Commissioner's Cup? We don't know which one's going to show up today. So knock on wood. And shout out to Mick Talks Hoops. So we'll see. All right. If any of you enjoyed any of this content, please give me the HKO special. Help the king out. Hit the like, subscribe, and comment. And wherever you are, stay safe and see you in my next video.